So bats tend to hunt for their prey by using sound. They emit high-pitched frequencies. And so here we have a bat, excuse my drawings, we have a bat that's approaching a moth, and it emits a high-pitched frequency in pulses. And I drew a little diagram here just to kind of show you. But the pulse is 3 milliseconds long, and then it waits 70 milliseconds, and then it makes another 3 millisecond long pitch, and so on and so forth. So the time in between them obviously is 70 milliseconds. So that's how long the sound wave has to go to the moth, and it needs to come back to the bat's ears in enough time to be detected. So the question is, how far away can the moth be before the bat detects it without putting out another pulse, basically. So the way that we figure this out is actually just by using one of the simplest equations in physics, which is the speed equation. And it just says the speed of anything is equal to the distance over the time. In this case, the speed that we're talking about is the speed of sound, which is 343 meters per second in air at room temperature. This is given to you in the textbook. And so let's solve for the distance. So distance is just going to be speed times time. And the speed is 343, and the time is 70 milliseconds, because that's how long it has to go that full distance. So it's going to be 70 milliseconds. Milli is times 10 to the negative 3. You have to convert this to seconds, or else it's not going to give you, because this speed is in meters per second. So that means that the time has to be in seconds, and the distance will be in meters. So we have to convert that by just doing times 10 to the negative 3. And when I put that into the calculator, I get 24.01 meters. Now here's the thing though, that's not how far away the moth is. Remember, the sound has to go to the moth, bounce off of the moth, and then come back to the ears before the next pitch, the next pulse is created. So we actually have to halve this by 2, because the distance, the total distance is here and back, and we just want to know what is half of that distance, because that's how far the moth is going to be. So if we divide that by 2, we get about 12 meters.